Hi, I'm Aeon. In this video, I asked GD Twitter to trigger the Geometry Dash community in just one sentence. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to more Geometry Dash. I've created probably the biggest minefield ever seen in the GD community. I asked on Twitter, trigger the GD community in one sentence, and I haven't actually checked it out yet, but from what I've heard from people, oh boy. So I'm kind of excited to check it out. So we're gonna go here, we're gonna go twitter.com, just like this. And if we go profile, I tweeted yesterday, trigger the GD community in one sentence, and 1,500 replies. I'm very excited for it. So we're gonna open it up, and oh god, I'm kind of scared of this because I've heard stuff about it, and it's kind of exciting. So anyway, let's hop into it. Firstly, icon hacking is cheating. Just unlock your icons legit instead of hacking. I kind of agree to an extent. That doesn't trigger me. I agree. I think icon hacking is cheating. Just use icons you unlock legitimately. It takes away the achievement of getting like 10,000 stars and stuff. Anyway, how do you still play this game? I swear there's not much to do. You know, yeah, no, that is a good way to trigger the GD community. That's a good one. I kind of expected people to just come with hot takes, but no, that one actually, that's just straight up, that's just gonna trigger people. I kind of like it. When you die at the end of levels, you're not unlucky, you're just bad. Oh my god. I feel violated because that's something I do. I complain about getting unlucky all the time. I just kind of accepted the fact that I'm just terrible at times. Nerve control is an issue. Like, you can very easily get mind blocked. I'm the kind of person who either gets really lucky with levels and beats stuff really quickly, or once I get that one really late death, I'll just spiral down and get like 50 more of them. And that's when I start getting unlucky. But it's also just me having a very bad mind block and a bad mental game. But I like that one. Try this on a roll, bro. 2.2 will remove all the editor's constraints that makes levels so impressive. Oh, that's a good one. I can kind of see it though. I feel like it will make levels both more impressive and less impressive because there's so many things you can do, but it also requires so much knowledge of the editor to make it. Yeah, no, you know what? I know this is a joke reply, but I can kind of see it. Riot was never the best player. He just had 144 hertz before other people. Oh, that's thumbnail material right there. That is thumbnail material right there. I mean, I kind of see it though. I feel like anyone could have been the Riot of this game if they just had the equipment for it. So while it's definitely a hot take and it's definitely gonna trigger people, it does put into perspective, would there be another Riot if someone else would have had 144 before, or 144 hertz before he did? Because he was the pioneer of 144 hertz, because he was the only person out of the original Cataclysm Victors who had 144 hertz. Paints the question, would there be another Riot if he didn't have it first? That's an interesting topic of conversation for another video. Coveretta, Valsoretta, and Kusuretta and Fragile are among the top worst extreme demons in the game. I can see why people are annoyed at that. Those are very beloved levels. I don't really care for them personally though. Storming Summit sucks. You see, here's the thing, right? It's not a bad level. However, it's not original, and that makes it kind of boring. No, it's not the best level ever made, and most people think it is only because other people have said that it is. Yeah, I like it personally. I have my reasons for it, other than the fact that it looks good. I think the experience of now is a really unique one, but I do think people definitely overhype it. Like, as a person who thinks Nelv is a 100 out of 100 enjoyment and one of the best levels visually ever created, I still think that it's overhyped, because it is. Showering is an important part of your life. He's not wrong. Please take a shower if you haven't already. I can smell some of you from here in Norway. You smell putrid. Please grab a bar of soap, scrub yourself down to the bone, and rinse it off with hot steaming water. You smell like dookie. Deco is not important for a level to be good. I agree. I 100% agree. See, I'm gonna go into the deep depths of my brain and discuss base cave for a second, because everyone's like, oh, Aeon, why do you think base cave is good? I think it looks like shit. The reason why I think base cave is good is because I had a genuinely enjoyable experience playing it. I had fun with it. I didn't get stuck anywhere. I found it super consistent, and I had a good time playing it. Is it a good level visually? No, it sucks ass. Do I like it because I found it fun? Yes. A level doesn't have to have good decoration to be a good level. It can be a very fun level without looking good. There's a lot of those levels that look good and play like shit and end up being bad levels. Ouroboros is one of those. And then there's the opposite side of the spectrum, where there's terrible levels visually that are awesome. You know the Ninth Circle strand is unique, right? Nice. Off-screen gameplay is actually good when it's done well. Stop whining because you can't see a buffer. Click and learn the level instead. That's funny. That's a good one. That's really I didn't expect a lot of these to be funny. Like, I just kind of like expected people to be like, base game is actually good, or AeonAir has great opinions. But no, these are actually just funny replies some of the time. Guys, stop saying Dark Travel and Dark Odyssey and the other Jonathan levels are good just because Jonathan made them. I'm not saying he's a bad creator, but his gameplay is not good. I somewhat agree with this. Mega hack is such a dumb idea. You're literally giving everyone a hack line and God knows what they're gonna do with it. I agree to an extent. I think there's a lot of things in the in Mega Hack that should not be included in Mega Hack, like whatsoever, but you know, it's whatever. But there are other things that I think are very like are kind of vital to the game's like enjoyment at this point. Start position switcher is one of them, and practice music hack, the UFO practice bug fix, stuff like that are essential basically for a more enjoyable experience. There's so many things that are just not necessary. JonathanGD makes the best levels out of everyone. I like how this has become a take that people are like, oh, that's such a terrible take, you'll trigger me now. When Jonathan just a couple years ago was like the most popular person ever made in the GD community, and he still gets like one of his levels into the GD awards like every single year regardless, and he wins most of the time. The fact that this is like a hot take is kind of insane. 1.9 is better than 2.1. See, that's a funny one because it's just not true, but I don't really see people getting offended by that. I can see people agreeing with that, honestly. The amount of 1.9 private servers, crazy. Slaughterhouse is the best top 1 we've had. As a top 1, I can kind of agree with that. As a level that is top 1, not really. It's just the most top 1 feeling top 1 that we've had. Not necessarily the best level, but I can see an argument be made for that, actually. If your level cannot be run without LDM, without it lagging on mid-end PC, it is absolute dog shit regardless of how it looks and should not be rated. I can see that being a case, yeah. But I also do believe that RobTop is kind of at fault for just not allowing the game to run properly. But the game is not supposed to run over 80,000 objects, so it's also very partially the creator's fault. I hope AOD isn't rated. That aged like milk. That aged so poorly, I don't even know how to begin. That aged really badly. Mirror portals should be used more, and the only thing bad about them is the screen transition. I don't even think the screen transition is that bad. It gives you like a second of not doing anything unless you create gameplay inside of it. Mirror portals aren't as bad as people make it out to be. It's just that they're so infrequently used that people just find them annoying. I just want to include this just because of the hellfire that this created. Wolves said e-dating is not real dating, and he had 53 quote tweets. He legitimately just did the exact thing that I asked for, and it is trigger the GD community in one sentence. And this guy actually managed to do it. Homie just genuinely blasted people. Like, look at the quote retweets on this. People actually got so violently pissed about this take. I'm not even gonna discuss it because I don't care. You do whatever what you want to do. But this is such a funny comment because of the fact that it genuinely worked. Oh my god, this is my favorite take I've seen ever. People should quit crying about certain levels being rated or not. That doesn't stop you from playing it unless you're a star grinder. Why would you care about an extra demon? Thank you. I love that take. That is such a good take. I've kind of like, over the past few months, I've just kind of like been thinking about the whole like, oh, this level should be rated, or this level shouldn't be rated. And I've just come to the conclusion and come to the realization that it doesn't matter if a level gets rated or not. If I don't want to play it, I'm not going to play it. If a level doesn't get rated and I want to play it, I will just play it regardless. It doesn't matter. The only thing rating levels does is put them on my radar. If it's a level that I'm excited for that's not getting rated, I will just play it regardless because I like the level, not because it's rated. That is a beautiful take and I love it. I can make an entire video discussing the idea that the rate system is stupid and people complaining about levels not getting rated is an absolute idiot take. And the fact that people are like, oh, but the time and effort of the creator has gone to waste. No, the level is out on the servers. Anyone can play it. You're just complaining about the fact that it hasn't gotten the arbitrary rate that means absolutely nothing. Did I stutter there? No. That was insane. I don't think I've ever spat so much fire in my entire life. Anyway, fireworks and Cuban circles are mid. I don't think that's like a very hot take. I don't see anyone getting triggered by that, but mostly because of the fact that it's true. There will never be an update better than 2.1. I think personally 2.2 is going to be better, but I can 100% see it from like a community and like a nostalgic standpoint. I am very convinced that 2.1 is the new 1.9 in terms of how nostalgic it is going to be for people. Because of how much 2.2 is going to change the game, I can see 2.1 becoming the new, like, this is the best update we ever had situation, similar to 1.9. That is, I can agree with that. You didn't die to a bug, you just missed the timing and you're failing to cope with it. True. Very true. Spider isn't bad. You just hopped on the bandwagon of not liking it. I actually 100% agree with this. I do not understand the people who are like, Spider's bad. I just haven't gotten used to it yet. The Spider game mode's been in the game for like 85% of the game's lifetime. You're just bad and you're just coping. The Spider's been a part of this game since 2017. That's half a decade. It's not that you're not used to it yet. You just don't care to get better at it. Nobody cares that you've beaten Accu as your first extreme. That's a great one. I like that. That's funny. Thinking Space is a good level. I see it. I can see it. I understand why people like it. I personally do not like it. I understand why people like it. Sandy's mashup Silent Circles is good. Oh my god. That triggers me from like a musical standpoint. That mashup is so atrocious. Flappy Bird by the Rhythm Game. I like it. That's funny. Ah, we found it! That took way too long. That took almost 20 minutes of scrolling. But I found it. Aeon has good opinions. I never thought I would see the day, but I found the comment that says Aeon has good opinions. Yes! Finally. That's funny. That is, in fact, hilarious. The Goopin Circles has fun gameplay. Okay, Cobb. I mean, I can see the pre-drop actually getting kind of fun. Like, if you can do the pre-drop, I can see it being enjoyable. It's not like it's like a decently good take on like 9 Circles pre-drop stuff. It's just that it's such a boring pre-drop when you're playing like the hardest wave ever created, basically. That's like the only issue with it. Anyway, actually, come to think of it, so Goopin Circles and Slaughterhouse has a very similar structuring in how the level's made. Like, both of them just have like a 30% long pre-drop, and it's just really boring and very easy relative to the rest, and it throws you into the most insane, batshit crazy wave part of all time. Practically the same thing. Freedom 08 is harder than Crimson Planet. That's a funny one. That's funny. Challenges should be rated. I kind of agree with that to an extent. I think challenges could get rated, but the only issue is the whole, like, if it's short, it can't be rated demon. It can only be rated, like, 2-star kind of thing. But I can see it. There's effort put into it, so why not, right? Gameplay is more important to a level than decoration. Yes. Again, back to Base Cave. I think the level looks absolutely atrocious, but I thought it was fun. That's what matters. If the level is fun, I will like it. If the gameplay is not fun, but the decoration is some of the best ever created, I will still not enjoy it. I will like watching it, but I won't actually like playing it. And I play the game to play the game, not to look at the game, right? So I 100% agree with this take. That's a great take. Spam is skill-based. Oh, this hurts my soul because I know to an extent that it is kind of true. I just can't do it because I don't have the skill for it, and I hate it. Thinking Space is miles more creative and unique and memorable than 90% of mega collabs that come out in modern day 2.1. Memorable, I can 100% agree with. Thinking Space is an incredibly memorable level. Like, regardless of how bad a level is, that doesn't make it less memorable than anything else. Thinking Space, while I don't really like the level, I 1000% agree that is a very memorable level. Non-demons need some love, they get ignored far too much. I 100% agree. After I did my final Vibrant level, I went and played like a random 7-star, and it was awesome. One of the coolest levels I've seen in a really long time. 100% agree with that. I should probably become a star grinder. Slaughterhouse is the best top 1 we've ever had. In terms of what makes it feel like a top 1, I agree. As of the best top 1 I think we've had in terms of like personal taste, in terms of like gameplay and all that stuff, no, I disagree. I think Bloodlust is the best we've had. However, I do think Slaughterhouse is the best top 1 feeling level that we've had. I can go on an entire rant about why I think Slaughterhouse is the best top 1 we've had, and in detail, but that's for another video. Tell me if you guys want to see that video, because I can 100% make that video. Because I unironically do believe that, actually. Osu is the better rhythm game. I agree, because GD is not a rhythm game. I'm surprised I haven't seen anyone be like, Jump to Dash is objectively a rhythm game. A level looking good means nothing if it looks exactly like 100 other levels. Yes! That is exactly why so many good glow levels don't do anything for me, because I've seen the exact same thing 50,000 times otherwise. Except like Reverence, for instance. Everyone's like, oh, dude, Reverence is such a good level. It's so amazing. And I'm like, I've seen this level like 50 times before. I don't really care for it. And that is exactly why it looks like something that has already been made, and I don't really care for it. 360 FPS equals no real skill. I agree. And that comes from someone who plays 360 FPS. I think it's funny though, because like the whole 360 equals no real skill was the exact same thing that happened with 240. When people started migrating from 144 to 240, people were like, actually, you have no real skill if you play 240 instead of 144 hertz. This thing is gonna just keep staying. But the thing is though, because they capped it at 360, it's just gonna be the thing now. 360 is just gonna always be the this is no real skill thing. Like 240 hertz was when 144 was a thing. Anyway, I think that is a good place to to end it. We got through a lot of stuff. Very fun. Also, Abyss of Darkness got rated, so do you all think that I should make a discussion video about that and the whole rating standard? I have so many discussion videos I want to make, honestly. Tell me what you guys think. Anyway, this was a fun thing. I had a lot of fun with it. Starting some wars and wildfires on Twitter is always a good time. Anyway, oh my god, I'm gonna stop burping. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Guys know the drill by now. Thank you for making my day better. Hope my ears are a little bit better too. Eat your green stealthy, stay hydrated, and I'll see you guys later. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Take care, everyone.